whenever these events happen, there's always calls for Congress to act. What action do you think Congress will take in response to shootings like this, if any?
Repeal gun-free school zones, and that's what Joe Biden did to America. We need to protect kids in school the exact same way we protect politicians, the same way we protect Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, me, Nancy Pelosi, everyone. Protect kids in school with men with guns.
We know that this Saturday is the anniversary of January 6th. I know you were set to host an event in Florida, but the venue canceled that. What's your reaction to that? They said they weren't aware of the nature of the event.
I really don't understand the point of your question. It doesn't make any sense.
Are you planning on?
Especially supposed to be about
Yeah, are we talking about President Trump? Are we talking about Iowa? Hey, are you guys all supporting President Trump? You're asking me stupid questions here on NBC.
Sorry, we were just curious if you're planning on scheduling that event or trying to hold it at a different venue.
Well, I'm just curious, what's the point of your question? I'm here supporting President Trump in Iowa.
On that topic, President Trump, he's having to host some surrogates here this week. He hasn't been here with some of his opponents. Do you think he should have been here more, or do you think he didn't need to?
President Trump has been in Iowa nonstop. I mean, if you look at his website, he's got multiple events coming up. He's doing 2 a day. How many events are Joe Biden doing? He won't even talk to the press in the White House press briefings. So President Trump is campaigning. He's doing a great job.
Okay, and I'm curious, what qualities do you think he should be looking for in any sort of running mate?
That's up to President Trump. He'll choose who his vice president is, and I think he'll make a great choice.
All right, we asked Kristi Noem yesterday about if she thinks he should pick up women. Do you have any sort of take on that?
I trust President Trump to choose whoever he wants.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So we'll do WAU. Yeah, we'll do.
Okay.
Please identify yourself, sir.
I'm here. I'm with. Oh, sorry. I'm with WGEM News out of Quincy, NBC.
Okay. You want me to hold that?
I got it. Thank you, though. So I guess, what are Republicans wanting to see out of all the candidates, especially this year, maybe even Trump?
What are they expecting to see?
Yes. I guess what's the Republicans see more of all the candidates this year? What should they look forward to?
Well, I think Republican voters can look forward to electing President Trump and him winning the primary. Poll after poll is showing President Trump is blowing everyone out of the water, and he's also beating Joe Biden, especially in the swing states.
What are you wanting to get clear Republicans across not only Lee County but all across Iowa? What do you want the clear picture to be?
I think that the most important message is we can trust President Trump. He has a 4-year proven track record, and everyone else is copying his policies. We don't need to go back to the Bush era. We're tired of establishment Republicans. We need to re-elect President Trump.
Can you elaborate on Trump's commit to the caucus campaign across Iowa? I've seen. If you can comment on Trump's commit to the caucus across Iowa.
His commitment to the caucus? Oh, yes. He has a massive program. A lot of his caucus captains are here tonight. He has the largest number of caucus captains in the thousands, and they are all committed to getting at least 10 per caucus captain. Those are going to be the big turnout numbers that he needs on January 15th.
That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hi. You mentioned how Trump
We were going to finish these real quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to finish it.
So, I'm Zach Christian with KSUA News out of Quincy, Illinois. We've seen some states trying to attempt to block President Trump from the ballot, based on constitutional rights. Based on the Constitution, does he deserve to continue to run for President of the United States?
Well, let's base it on the Constitution. Voters have their First Amendment, and that is their right to vote for a candidate of their choosing. That's their free speech. And so the Democrats are talking about defending democracy while they're destroying democracy. They need to leave President Trump on the ballot and let the people choose. And that's the right way to protect our Constitution and protect their rights.
You mentioned about President Trump and the world peace that he brought, and talked about the rising costs in the country. I think those two go hand in hand. Just when when President Trump was in office, we saw those low gas prices, we saw grocery prices down. How important is it to bring that back to this country?
Extremely important. A lot of people that I know, especially in my district, and I'm sure here in Keokuk, Iowa, they are suffering under the inflation. People can't afford food. A lot of senior citizens are having to choose between being able to afford their medicine, paying their rent, and buying groceries. What the Biden administration has done to our economy has been horrible, especially the value of our dollar. President Trump will be able to come back and put his policies back in place that will strengthen our economy, strengthen our dollar, and bring gas prices down. The Democrats believe in the Green New Deal. They want electric vehicles and they want to destroy our American energy independence. President Trump will bring that back, and I personally can't wait. On his election day in November of 2020, gas in my hometown was $1.77. I want to see those gas prices back, and I think we can get there under President Trump.
My last one, you think you mentioned it, but if President Trump, people are trying to keep him up the ballot, if he's not able to run, is there another Republican candidate that can step in and have the impact President Trump had?
No, everybody's going to write him in anyways. If they take him off the ballot, it won't matter. People are going to write him in. He'll still win.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
I'll get you. Don't worry.
She's popular.
Yeah.
Yes, hi.
So Trump is polling really well in Iowa.
Yes.
I mean, is the campaign worried about complacency at all? Caucuses are very unique, so people might turn up if it's too cold or anything like that.
Oh, I don't think so. I think you can see the energy here tonight and all over Iowa. People are fired up and they're going to turn out to caucus for President Trump.
And you sort of think that there are complaints that he should have been here more often. What do you say to that?
He's been here a lot. I know his schedule. He's coming out. He's got 2 events. What is it, like the 5th? I think he's got 2 events on the 6th. He's got multiple events. President Trump has been here a lot, and Iowa knows it.
Now, he started attacking Nikki Haley a little bit more. Did he maybe leave those attacks too late? Is she surging a little bit more in New Hampshire? Should she have blunted his?
I think you're seeing her surge. DeSantis has fallen off, and some of the people that were supporting DeSantis may be turning to Nikki Haley. But Nikki Haley's going to lose as well, so she's not anything to worry about.
So as you sort of mentioned, the Biden campaign is really leaning into the January 6th anniversary. I mean, what do you think that Trump should say this weekend to mark
The
that
Biden
occasion?
administration always leans into January 6th. It's the biggest lie that they have. I mean, we've got everything from the January 6th committee, who basically put on a produced television show for America, and now they got rid of all the files and information. We don't have access to all of their information from the January 6th committee because they destroyed it. So that might be the only thing that they continue to push, but people don't care. Everyone's over it. We can remember the BLM riots that caused $2 billion in damage across the country, burned down communities, the robbing, the looting, attacking police officers, attacking federal buildings. America remembers that no matter how much the media wants to shove January 6th, and no matter how much the Democrats want to talk about January 6th, all of these people right here, I guarantee you, they remember BLM riots. They remember watching that. They remember Antifa. They remember all of that. So you can't shove January 6th nonstop at people's faces and be unwilling to talk about the horrific riots of 2020, where BLM never went and rebuilt those communities. All that money they raised on the Act Blue Democrat fundraising platform, they didn't take those millions and millions of dollars and go rebuild those communities and give back to those people. Oh no, they left them burnt and destroyed. The very people they claimed they cared about, they destroyed their communities. But then all we want to hear about is January 6th. No thank you. We're totally done with it.
So former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy sort of advised the president or the former president not to sort of lean into this retribution kind of idea. Do you sort of agree more with McCarthy, or should Trump talk about wanting to be someone's revenge?
I don't hear anybody talking about revenge. I only hear that from y'all that come with those questions. President Trump is excited to go back in the White House. He's excited to bring his policies back, and also the new plans that he has, and all of us can't wait for him to get there.
Should you or Carrie Lake be Trump's VP choice?
President Trump is going to choose his vice president, and I completely trust him to do that.
And then do you think you have the votes to pass the Mayorkas impeachment?
Yes, we have the votes.
Even with the some majority?
We have the votes. It's going to happen. Thank you. Yep, thank you.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
local.
Okay. Hello.
Since I'm a local here, we have have a big problem with the fentanyl crisis going on, and I'm just wondering if you know anything about how Trump is going to address that and stop that, or border security, or
That's a great question, and thank you for bringing that up. Fentanyl is a major crisis with over 300 Americans dying every single day. It's the highest cause of death in 18 to 45-year-olds, and it doesn't care what color you are, it doesn't care how much money you have, it doesn't care how you vote. Fentanyl is killing anyone that comes in contact with it, and President Trump will be able to stop this issue and really work on it with his strong border security. And we already know his policies. He's also, when he comes back, he will be locking up drug dealers, he will be deporting, he will be sending the cartels out of the country, and he'll be stopping the invasion that happens every single day at the southern border.
do you think he has any interest in, aside from making a wall, I don't want to say invading Mexico or the South American countries, but maybe having some sort of American influence there as opposed to just at the border? Do you think that would help?
Well, President Trump already had a great relationship with the president of Mexico, and he was able to have Mexico hold their people there while they were awaiting their asylum cases. The Remain in Mexico policy was an incredible policy. We need that back, because right now people are coming in and they're getting a court date maybe in 2030, maybe even in 2035. We've heard those dates as well, and they're free to roam in our country. But many of these people, when they do get their court dates, the numbers are very low that actually are able to get asylum. President Trump, with his Remain in Mexico policy, and he was able to get that with a good relationship and working with the president of Mexico, keeping people there, and also having that policy in place. Yeah, I trust President Trump. These people trust President Trump. That's who they trust with their border.